Hi guys, Vampire94 again. This video I'll be talking about the experience that I had last week seeing Russell Howard live at the O2 in London. It was part of his Wonderbox tour, and it was brilliant. It was a brilliant thing. It's the first comedy gig I've actually been to, first proper comedy gig I've ever actually been to. I've been to a couple of concerts before, both of those were Green Day concerts, and but never have I been to a comedy gig. It was great. We left here around. Well, it's a funny story actually, because in the morning, that morning I'd actually been at the University of Bedfordshire for one of their applicant days. Really good. That went really well. It seems like a nice facility. And then in the afternoon, I didn't even have enough time to finish that applicant day or opening day or whatever, because I had to get back in order to get a train to my sister, her boyfriend, and two of her friends two of my sister's friends at the station to get the 3:40 train to London. Anyway, we got there, and then we got to the O2 without mishap. And we then decided, because this was around 6ish at this point, we decided we were going to go and get something to eat. Now, we'd planned originally on going to the Harvester, but then we saw a big queue outside the Harvester, so we decided not to go there in the end. There was a big queue outside TGI Fridays as well, and Nando's, and a lot of the restaurants we would have gone to. So instead we decided to go to Frankie and Benny's. And the waiting list there was 25 minutes. There was a waiting list there for about 25 minutes. We decided we'd wait, and they said, oh, you know, you can go up to the bar and get a drink if you want. And so we did. We went up to the bar, and I had a lemonade. I didn't have anything alcoholic. I had a lemonade. And eventually we went downstairs. They were showing Shrek on the telly instead, so we watched that until this buzzer thing they give us went off. And so we had our dinner there. I had fish and chips, and really nice. And then we went and decided to get our seats, and it wasn't until 8 o'clock. This was around 7:30, and we sat there for about half an hour until like 8 o'clock or something, and finally Russell Howard came on, and it was hilarious. Honestly, it was hilarious. You know, without mishap. You know, it was brilliant, funny as hell, and Russell Howard is probably one of my favourite modern stand-up comedians. You know, I think he's brilliant. I think he's hilarious, and he always ended it on an inspirational note as well. He ended it telling the story of this kid he met who had cancer, who got over it, and it was a brilliant story. That's how he ended it. It was a brilliant gig, really funny, and then. I'll show you what I got there actually. I got the live tour programme. Here's my ticket. Yeah, we were entrance B, block 403, row D, you know. And along with that I also got this t-shirt. Russell Howard Wonderbox. And it has all the tour dates on the back of it. Yeah, it was a really cool concert. It was not a concert, a really cool gig. I loved it. And then it was on the way back. There was a couple of issues. First, of course, because of this such a big gig, there was quite a long wait to get to the underground, and then quite packed on the underground. And you know, while we were on the underground, we were all tired at this point. And while we were on the underground, these people came along the carriages, and because I looked behind me, and all of a sudden there was this kind of, and there was we looked behind us, in the carriage behind us, there was a guy playing a trumpet, and two other guys. One had an accordion, and another guy had a drum, had two drums, and they were walking from carriage to carriage, playing. And at first I thought they were doing it to raise people's spirits, but no, then suddenly the guy with the trumpet would stop playing and he'd start waving around this little pot in people's faces for people to put money in. But it was funny, they were walking down the train and they're like, and they were good, I will admit, but, you know, anyway, it was quite funny actually. And then we got on the train, we got seated, but we got held up at the Watford Junction because some twat pulled the emergency passenger alarm, and so we were held up at like Watford Junction for like 20 minutes, and then when we finally got back to Milton Keynes Station, it was around, this must have been around midnight, and then it must have been about quite some time ahead, put the clock forward, because the clocks went forward as well, it was about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning, and then my sister and her friends wanted to go to McDonald's, and I just wanted to go home and go to bed. And I was like, you know, can't we just go home? Why go to McDonald's? And there's my sister saying, oh, you can't do just what you want to do, you know, live a little. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So we had to go to McDonald's anyway, and I just sat there. I did eat a few of my sister's boyfriend did offer me a couple of chips, and I basically almost ate the whole thing. So I must have been a bit hungry. When I finally got home, it was about 3 o'clock in the morning or something, but, you know, with the clocks forward as well, so it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. And but we had a great time. It was a great gig, really fun. I would really recommend you watch him. Actually, if you've never seen Russell Howard before, watch him online. And I don't know about anyone else out there, but does anyone else, if you've ever seen like a comedian in concert, do you think they're much better live than they are like on the telly? Because I think with Russell Howard, it certainly was like that with me. I think because they're live, they can do a lot more risky stuff, as they're not having to, you know, tone it down for television as much. But it was really cool, a really cool concert, a real cool gig, really funny, and a great time. So that'll be it for the video. See you guys. Rock on.